Story 1. I'd whisper into everyone's ear at the same time. Hi, God here. Sorry to tell you, old sport, but you chose incorrectly. There are roughly 4,387 religions in your world, and this one's not it. The other guys were right, I'm afraid. But since there's no sense crying over spilled milk, and I'm having a rather splendid day up here in the clouds, I'll give you this. If you spend the rest of your life simply being a good person, being kind to others, not hurting anyone, and forget about this whole religion nonsense of yours, I'll get you into the cool crowd at the end. How does that sound? Not bad for a god you spent most of your life resenting. Anyway, gotta go. God stuff. Important matters. Tally ho. Followed by a slow fade out of a man coughing. Story 2. Not touch a single thing. I'm sure anything I did would have unintended consequences. Curious to learn how things really work, so maybe get some knowledge about the big picture, but even that would probably be a mistake. Story 3. Get rid of diseases, cancer, and disabilities. Make it easier to get food for everyone and ensure that everyone understands each other's mindset, so they can debate things without it turning into a screaming match of "no, you're wrong." Story 4. Make myself appear up in the clouds as a very clearly existing present God and speak down to the entire world with the phrase, "Just be nice to each other, you idiots. Anyone claiming they know anything about me is making it up and very likely a liar and scoundrel." And then watch. Story 5. Take the people's money who are excessively wealthy and distribute it equally among the people. Equal education opportunities for all. Create a system of free food distribution and housing. Remove evil. Story 6. I would make greed hurt physically. If you deny an insurance claim, for instance, you feel sudden, fierce abdominal pain or a searing migraine. If you underpay your staff on payday, your sciatica acts up, big time. If you take too much food from the office potluck, a lesser offense, you get a jabbing pain in your knee, and so on. Story 7. A lot of powerful people would go missing, and many safeguards to prevent any single individual from becoming too powerful economically would be put in place. Long story short, there would no longer be any power struggles. Story 8. Make every world politician tell their own truth story for 24 hours. Eradicate hunger and homelessness forever for the entire planet. Bless scientists with the knowledge to cure cancer, autism, and so on. Story 9. The other god needed 7, but I think 1 is enough for me. There will be many universes to ice sky to when you die. Might be better. Might be worse. Might have memories of your past life. Might not. Might get to see dragons or aliens or ghosts or something. It will be somewhat karmic. If you're a bad person, you may only ever be a level 1 goblin in the next life. Pets can talk now too. All of them. Why not? All of them. The law of gravity turns off twice a year for 2 hours. I'm going to copy and paste a few Earths near us too. Not in a way that will lead to the planets careening into one another. They'll be at different states in time too. Triassic, Jurassic, Cretaceous, Mesozoic periods. The Ice Age. Middle Ages. Ancient Era. And like 1 or 2 that are at least 5,000 years in the future. But then all on the same elliptical orbit maybe. Spaced enough that space travel could probably take us to all of them if we wanted to. I'd get rid of a lot of parasites. Probably drop a few recently extinct species back onto the planet. And I'd pick some random people to have the motherlode cheap. And I'd make a new pet species of animal. Maybe similar to a small bear with the softest fur the world has ever known. I'd create a few new metals and alloys to spice things up. Gold wouldn't be the most stable element anymore just because. Octopuses would begin their intelligence journey. They'd become much more advanced and move on to land. What else? Flying snakes. I think I'd make the planet 20% larger too. Need more to explore. And let's just slap another giant landmass into the middle of the Pacific. Okay, now let's make microorganisms that eat plastic pretty commonplace. Let's get rid of cancer just because. Let's get rid of any natural occurrence that kills people prior to puberty. Going to make Mount Everest 100 feet taller. Jupiter has land on it somewhere now. Going to make sure there's life on Europa and Mars in some capacity. going to put about 1,000 new food ingredients on the planet. Every evil person is going to stub their toe really badly. Dying of old age is always peaceful. Their soul sticks around for 7 days, and they get to reconnect with their loved ones in every universe via their dreams before finding a place to be reborn. I could probably go on, but I'll stop there. Story 10. I have no idea. I would need the omniscience of God to know. But among some useful things, I would probably do some stupid things like turn every right shoe into a left, or make nails grow an inch a day, and make it so that no one over the age of 50 can possess a position of political influence. Story 11. Reveal myself before humanity and give them a decree to work together and state to them that their birthright is to conquer the cosmos, that their reason for existence is to create other species and repeat the cycle. Either there will be more bloodshed than before or a significant deficit of it between humans. Story 12. I would reveal myself, issue the one true religion, and expose all the false prophets. That would be by 7 in the morning. I would then fix the planet, restoring the natural order of things by 7:01. Then I would get a cell phone so I could call and directly talk to whoever I wanted. Story 13. I literally would not do anything. I wouldn't even want that power. I think humans with that kind of power would really mess things up, even if they meant to do good. Story 14. Make everything perfect. Why not make suffering unnecessary? Eliminate psychopathy, violent tendencies, and disease. Make anarchy completely possible by ensuring everyone is good-natured and cooperative. Story 15. I have a magic touch. Everyone has endless food. Everyone has clean water. Everyone has shelter. We don't have to get along or agree with each other, and that's fine. It's also magically protected from other humans coming and stealing it. Story 16. Switch Venus with Mars with no disruption to the solar system and make Venus another Earth clone as it was in 100,000 before Common Era. No hominids allowed. In the next 23 hours, I would work on fixing problems on Earth. War, disease, poverty, and restoring the climate to warm and wet across the deserts of the world. Restore the ice caps to control sea level rise. Story 17. Immediately locate all the evil people in the world and exterminate them at once. Snap my fingers and create robots who do everything for us, including providing healthcare and good food to every human being, creating homes for everyone, giving everyone an education, free transportation anywhere and no one has to drive ever again, and running society in a way that human beings will never be capable of. Every human will have the same amount of wealth and power as every other human. All physical ailments and diseases will be solved and fixed. Suffering will be brought down to a minimum. Human beings will be in charge of only the things that robots cannot do, like jobs that have to do with morality, the law, researching ways to improve society for us, and the robots can then implement those things. Any medical jobs that the robots cannot do or that require a human touch, and the same goes for other jobs that require a human aspect to them. Story 18. This question comes up a lot, and my answer will always be nothing, because if God is real, and he is all-powerful and all-knowing, then whatever he is doing is correct and shouldn't be changed because some human thinks it's scary. Story 19. Eliminate religion, educate everyone, send Donald Trump, Vladimir Putin, Kim Jong-un, Xi Jinping, and Elon Musk, and anyone of their ilk, to Mars, reduce the population by addressing religious fanaticism, redistribute wealth, eliminate all planet-harming activities, and clean up the mess made so far. Bring back animals on the brink of extinction. Build houses for myself in a few great places, have a little retirement account to live off until I die, and a free pass to fly anywhere anytime for when I'm not a god tomorrow. Oh, and find something to irritate my siblings daily to remind them that they were wrong. Story 20. I would pull a Thanos and get rid of half the population. I would also clean up the environment and say, do better next time, guys. I'm not coming back or fixing this ever again. Story 21. Fix numerous diseases worldwide. Extend human lifespan to an average of around 120 without significant weakening or disability, and address various global health issues such as individuals with disabilities who desire aid. Optimize crop growth to be 4 times faster, allowing for multiple harvests per year. Distribute certain technologies like nuclear fusion reactors and minor gravity manipulation for the purpose of fusion and space travel. Calm the global population to prevent panic, ensuring that these changes are accepted as facts established in reality. Cease various conflicts by fostering empathy and removing those in positions of power who promote war. Provide everyone with nearly indestructible water bottles that magically supply 2 gallons of clean water daily. Offer small, durable boxes replenishing daily with 1 solid meal and multivitamin, with similar durability. Establish wells for villages lacking them, along with solar panels, wind turbines, and basic electricity for those in underdeveloped areas who desire it. Mandate that politicians in power are compelled to be truthful about their professional duties, plans, and related matters, excluding personal life details. Address global water pollution issues, restore vast amounts of resources where it is safe, increase the minimum intelligence quotient by approximately 20 points, aid individuals in coping with post-traumatic stress disorder and other mental health issues, eradicate sexually transmitted diseases and provide knowledge on cures, and do the same for cancer and other illnesses. And that's just the beginning. Oh, and make myself a billionaire just because. Story 22. Remove the stipulation that you are God for just 1 day. I'd make it 12,434,654 days and set myself a reminder to do the same again once this expires. Story 23. Eliminate liberal and conservative parties. Politicians would run based on their morals and ethics and not how their party makes them. No political action committees or lobbyists. Story 24. Create Elder Wand. Create Invisibility Cloak. Create Resurrection Stone. Spawn all 3 to myself. Remove all administrative authorizations of God. I can do the rest. Don't worry. I will just bring balance. Story 25. Wipe everyone's mind so that religion was no longer ever considered as part of the human thought processes. And anyone who did think about worshiping deities would get severe headaches. Then forget about it. Story 26. Thou shalt not exploit the desperate poor for personal financial gain. If thou dost, then thou will receive every sexually transmitted infection, though they will be non-transmissible from you. Infections that can be cured will return after 3 days from loss of symptoms. Story 27. Disarm everyone. Turn every single weapon and manufacturer into a living plant, weapons factories into old-growth forests, handguns into flower pots, bullets into seeds. Then write a message in the sky in every language. Grow up, humanity. This is your final warning. Story 28. I would remove the foreign body response from the immune system. That way, people would not have to worry about implants and organs being rejected by the body, and I can have cool cyberpunk implants in the future. Story 29. I would send a massive solar flare to brush the Earth with a cosmic electromagnetic pulse. Alright humans, you gained the miracle of advanced technology, and instead of a utopia, you used it to create imaginary money, and then worshipped the imaginary money ahead of me? No. All electric technology is wiped out now, try again. Story 30. Remove the scarcity of resources from planet Earth without creating overabundance. Make Superman real and accurate to his character. Pure-hearted, yearns to protect all of planet Earth, sees the goodness in the hearts of all people. Story 31. I would make a big announcement saying that Wu-Tang is forever. I will be back in 2,000 years, and there better still be Wu-Tang when I get back. Story 32. Fix everything in a way that is sustainable and curated for maximal human harmony. How? Well, you are now God, and this can be done instantly and perfectly. These are boring questions. Story 33. You know that thing in the Thanksgiving turkey with the little red indicator that pops out when the turkey is done? I figure out how that works. Also, stop Adolf Hitler, but mostly the turkey thing. Story 34. If I were God for a day, I would end world hunger and make sure everyone has access to clean water and healthcare. I would also try to fix the environment and reverse climate change. I would sprinkle some extra kindness and empathy into everyone so people are nicer to each other. And maybe give myself a little extra confidence for when I go back to being a regular human. Story 35. Create. Leave God's creations alone and make some creations of my own. Imagine having the elements of the universe at your command and not doing anything with them. Story 36. I was thinking about that. I would make it so that whatever major crimes you commit, it will show over your head and make it impossible to lie in court. Also, make being a dictator deadly, like you die if you try to be one. Story 37. Smite every dog fighting perpetrator. Smite all of the animal and child abusers. Smite everyone who profits off other people's death and suffering, or intends to. Also, get rid of cancer and autoimmune conditions, fix the oceans and the climate, and protect rainforests. Not sure how, but I would be all-knowing, so I'd figure it out. Story 38. Change reality so that acting altruistically leads to more individually positive results in all situations. Remove the laws of thermodynamics, but make everything work anyway. Children do not get cancer. If you make too many decisions that directly lead to innocent people dying, you die painfully. Nobody knows how many this is. Actually, nobody gets cancer. Things that are good for you taste good, and things that are bad for you don't taste as good. You can't die in a freak accident unless you have purposefully made at least 5 other people cry. Nobody is born a psychopath, and everyone is capable of a high baseline of empathy, regardless of upbringing. Nobody has body dysmorphia. You look like you think you should. No speed of light. Go fast and break things, my friends. If you act offensively too frequently, a red light floats above your head, and people are allowed to hit you with a sock full of nickels until it goes away. Again, nobody can know what these numbers are. Also, if you don't have access to a sock full of nickels, one will be provided. All of the other things I haven't thought of at the moment,